Good morning, best effing dad here. I'm a little bit late. Apologize. Stayed up a little bit late last night. Neighbors came over. Everybody's vaccinated. Had a couple glasses of wine. Those things happen, right? They happen. Welcome to day 671, transformation day 2. Want your life to change? That's what we're going to talk about today. Today is a really, really good 10-minute Tony Robbins video on telling the story of Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, how it really worked. Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Christina Whitaker. Good morning, Don Leskowski. Facebook user, if you give StreamYard permission, it'll show up. Netherlands, awesome, is in the house. What's up, Tess? How are you guys doing? Elisa Rivera, happy New Year's. Good morning. Good morning. Today is the last day of 2021. Comment if you are happy to see this year be over. Gina Gillis, Sylvia Galan. Good morning, everybody. All right, Melissa Moore's watching on YouTube. Thank you. Farnez, Happy New Year. Judy Craig, all these YouTubers watching. Sean Renee, good morning, everybody. All right. Stayed up for me. Awesome. Midnight. Oh, all right. Happy New Year, everybody. Dolly McCraney. That's it. That's all the hellos. Thank you, guys. Welcome to day 2, 671. 671. Why 671? That's how many days I've gone live in my private paid group. For those of you who are asking, how do I get into your private paid group? The website is weightlosschallenge.com. Someone put that up for me. Weightlosschallenge.com. I only open it maybe 3 or 4 times throughout the year. Lori Halter is in it. I know that much. So, yeah, right. Suzanne's good riddance. Liz Roscantera's in my private group. So, I only open it up for enrollment about 3 or 4 times a year. And I do these 4 or 5 day previews like I'm doing right now. I really, even if you decide not to continue with us, I hope you will like being with us for the next few days. Thank you, Alicia, weightlosschallenge.com. You can check that out, see what it's all about. It's a monthly subscription. You get paid every month, but I go live every single day. I have special guests. I do some weight loss. I do, it's mostly personal development. I talk money. I talk crypto. Sometimes we talk about investing. We talk about decluttering. We talk about, zero waste lifestyle. Anyway, check that out if you want. So that's 671. Today's the free transformation day 2. We're going to talk about want your life to change. Honestly, I'll tell you, some people don't want their lives to change. Got a little late start this morning. That's all right. So in the news, while we're waiting for people to come in, weightlosschallenge.com. Thank you. That's perfect. Yep. Best effing dad. Not much in the news. I mean, it's the usual shit. Politics. There was a crazy wildfire that whipped up in Colorado that threatened 2 towns. They had to evacuate really quickly. Freakish snowstorm coming in the northwest. Heat wave here in the south. In Houston, but after today, like I think today and tomorrow is going to be 80 degrees and beautiful, but the next day is going to be cold fronts hitting on Sunday. So what else? I think that's about it for the news that I want to really talk about. Not much. We got sports this weekend. I don't know, New Year's. Stay safe, everybody. I want to do my quick some people are just now coming in, but I'm going to do my quick COVID update. And it's going to be a short one. I mean, I don't want to belabor the point. I think we all kind of know what's happening. It's not good. I have to get the lighting better, man. This looks horrible. This is coffee. I usually do a couple cups of coffee, some water. This is my 2nd cup of water. I wish it was vodka, but it's not. It's water. So, honestly, let me give you a weight loss tip real quick. If you're watching because you want to lose weight, seriously, start your morning with a cup of water. I mean, a glass of water. Just drink. You're dehydrated. You're snoring. I'll tell you, being a surgeon for 15 years, when people woke up from surgery, boy, the first thing they wanted was water. Seriously. And sometimes, doing weight loss surgery, they had to be NPO. They couldn't have anything. So we give them these mouth swabs and ice cubes and stuff like that. And so, yeah, water. Start your day off with water. Let me do my quick COVID update. It's going to be a short one today, by the way. Good morning, everybody. Best F and Dad here. Dr. Vaughn, quick COVID update. Today's December 31st, New Year's Eve. And, last day of the New Year's. Comment if you're happy to see 2021 go away. I was talking about this in my private group yesterday, which is, in some ways, 2021 was worse than 2020. 2020, you kind of knew you were locked down. You're a little bit scared about school. You weren't really going anywhere. You kind of sort of figured out that you could go outdoors, but most people were off, worked remotely from home. 21 was like this promise. It was like a false start all year long. Comment if you thought 21 was a false start all year long. Like, oh, we're up, we're closed, we're up, what? Mask, no mask. But here we are, December 31st, and I am sad to report yesterday, in the United States, we had 582,000 cases. On a normal day, not a weekend backlog, none of that. 582,000 cases. We are averaging close to 340,000 cases. And it is like skyrocketing straight up like a fucking Adele hit song. I am telling you, it is bad. It's worse than even Dr. Doom and Gloom here, which some haters like to call me, than I predicted. And it's happening a lot faster. Now, here's all I want to say, and then I wish you a merry, happy holidays and happy New Year's. Please do not gather tonight. Do not. I know New York City mayor is talking about the ball's going to drop. Everybody's got to show proof of vaccination. All right, good luck enforcing that. They're going to be socially distanced. Really? New Year's, Times Square, it's only to be limited number of people. Okay, we'll see it. And the problem that I had in his speech was he said, we're going to show the world that we are moving forward through this pandemic. Like, no. So this is an ego thing. You got to take your ego out of it and be like, I'm an adult. I can make the right decisions. I'm going to show my teenagers I know restraint and self-control. And I hope that you will celebrate at home and with a few people if you want. Hopefully everyone's vaccinated, and do the right thing. Not because you're living in fear, not because you're paid by Big Pharma, none of that bullshit. Because the last thing you want right now is to have a car wreck, is to end up in the emergency room. You do not want to be in a hospital New Year's Eve 2021. Trust me. 15 years as a surgeon, and being on call New Year's Eve, there's always car wrecks. There's always people getting too drunk, falling, slipping on ice, people hitting their head, like people fall off couches onto glass tabletops and stuff like that. You don't want to end up in the emergency room. There's no room. Number one, you're going to be there for a fucking long time. The staff is frustrated. The staff is angry. Even the front desk guy or girl, the check-in person, is going to be short with you. People are sniffling, sneezing. They don't know if it's COVID. They don't know if it's the cold. They don't know if it's the flu. And you motherfucker, because you think you're Superman, drank too much and wrecked your car. I'm telling you, you're not going to get much sympathy. Please, please, please stay at home. Celebrate at home. That's what me and my lady are going to do. I cannot believe 2 years into this pandemic, I'm saying that the United States is at 582,000 cases yesterday. 582,000 cases, okay? And it's not going to end anytime soon because, Europe is still on fire. UK is still going up. France is still going up. Spain is still going up. Italy is still going up. We still here in the United States have a long ways to go. And as I said, you're seeing it. The South has risen. I said it was going to happen. You're going to have Delta in the upper parts, and Omicron in the South is exactly what I said it's going to do. And now my latest prediction is it's going to jump back up to the Northwest. Someone thankfully corrected me. King County, Washington, where it all started. It's going to run through Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, and it's already started in Colorado. That's all Omicron. And that's how we're going to get to 1 million cases a day. And our numbers are going to be jacked up because New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, they're not going to be reporting. And trust me, I don't even believe Monday number, no. Tuesday number is going to be a real number. It's going to be like, oh my God, what the hell happened? All right. We will make it through this, y'all. You'll make it through this. And I have to remind people, we're out of monoclonal antibodies. It's hard to get a COVID rapid test. The pills, Paxlovid, the Pfizer pills are not going to be available until Omicron has burnt out, till middle to end of January, and they're not going to have enough of it. You have to listen to me. The best way through this is for right now, stay home, socially distance, wear a mask if you go out, and start your vaccination series. If any, please comment. Please give me some hope for the New Year's. If listening to me has encouraged you to get vaccinated, please put a comment. That would really brighten my day. If you can start your series now. If you have been vaccinated, get boosted. If you're not boosted, I'm boosted. Erica's boosted. Our kids are vaccinated, and none of us have monkey tails. None of us have monkey tails. All right. Okay. I'll see you next time I'll see you next year. Bye, guys. All right. And that's about it. It's going to be a short one today. All right. Good. Stay home. Good morning. Cher, why are you watching me on YouTube and not on our private group? That's pretty funny. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. That makes me feel good. All right. All right. Oh, man, that's awesome, Justin. Thank you. Made my day. Yes, Sylvia. So hopefully you're enjoying, there's 550 people watching. Hopefully you're enjoying this free series. Today is day 671 in my private group. I've gone live every single day for about an hour to do exactly what you're seeing today. A couple of times a year, I open up my private group to a preview. So you're kind of getting a preview. I want to get you guys really ready for the New Year's to really crush 2022. Who's ready to crush 2022? Put me in the comment section if you are ready to crush 2022. I'm ready to crush 2022. I was having this conversation with Erica yesterday at lunch. We really want to sit down and plan. Actually, this won't be on my COVID update, so you guys can write this down. Probably from March through June, you're going to have a window of opportunity where the cases are going to be pretty low. Most people will be vaccinated. We'll have Omicron will be burned through, and you'll be pretty safe to travel. All right. That's what I'm predicting. March through June. So plan your March through June. Go ahead and start planning it. Right. I would not do cruise ships, obviously. Don't do cruise ships. But road trips, I would let the airlines kind of settle out for a little bit. Maybe, March or like late April, you can look at airlines. Road trips would be great. Starting businesses would be great. Crypto's been traveling sideways. Still, the stock market futures are down today. Very volatile. I'd be very careful with your money right now. Everyone's predicting a market crash. Problem is no one knows when it's going to happen, so you can't time it. And I don't know about the real estate, because it should have crashed years ago. We are way overdue. We're about 4 years overdue for a market correction, but they keep printing money, and I talk about this in my private group, of what money really is, where it comes from, what it means when the Fed says, they're doing a buyback program or they're going to slow down their purchasing of assets, just bullshit lies like that, you know. So if you want to join, if you're enjoying this, go to weightlosschallenge.com. Thank you, Michelle. Weightlosschallenge.com, and you can join our private group. That's how you get into it, and I appreciate that. All right, thank you. I appreciate that, honey hush. Very cool. Watch it on YouTube. Okay, so welcome to Transformation Day 2, everybody. Today is a great 10-minute video from Tony Robbins telling the Sylvester Stallone story. I'll put the link to the video in the description below. But if you watch this, it's like amazing. You know, it's an amazing 10-minute video that really will change your life. Okay. And I'm going to piggyback off what we talked about yesterday, Bob Proctor's video about paradigm changes, right? Like how you change your life. The question today is this, you know, it's New Year's Eve. We're getting ready to head into 2022. And a lot of people are going to celebrate and say they want their lives to change. They'll make New Year's resolutions. People will be frustrated because everybody starts the gym in January. We don't know this year with Omicron. There's a good chance that that's delayed till February, you know, the reasonable people. And so you make all sorts of promises. So the first question you got to ask yourself is this: do you really want to change? Of course, Dr. V. Of course I want to change. Of course I want to lose weight. Of course I want to get healthier. Of course I want to be more active. Of course I want to have more passion. Of course I want to have more money. Who doesn't want more money? For all of you who don't want more money, just give it to me. I'll take your share. Right? So, do you really want to change? And I think you will find out that most people don't. And this is yesterday's talk, in case you missed Transformation Day 1. It's comfortable. It's like a warm bath. Easy to get in, hard to get out, man. Our old habits, our familiarity, you know, we know what we like. We know how we like our steak cooked. We know, which team to root for. We are very comfortable because I'll give you one. You know your way around the office building. You know all the secret stairs and elevators and the shortcuts up and down out of the building. It'd be too much trouble for you to try to figure out a new company or a new organization. It's a warm bath, man. And that's how most people live their lives. Most people will live their lives like that. They'll wake up, they drive the same way, they put on their clothes the same way, and everyone has a routine, right? You wake up, you shower, whatever, or you brush your teeth, or have breakfast and then brush your teeth anyway, or don't have breakfast. You drive the same way to work. You get your cup of coffee or no coffee or hot tea. You do your work, you come home, take off your shoes, you let the girls out. You know what I'm talking about? You let the girl. Release the girls. I am home. I deserve this break. And you sit down and have, you watch Wheel of Fortune, watch the evening news, make a little dinner, go to bed, and then repeat. And that's okay. That's okay if you want to live that way. There's nothing wrong with that. Wayne Dyer says, if you want to go through life and just check the boxes, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with checking the boxes. But I will tell you, it's not for me. And for those of you watching, the reason why you're watching is it's not for you. So, the first question, are you willing to admit? Number one, admit it's not for you. Okay? It's like AA. You have a problem. So number one, want your life to change? Admit, checking boxes. is not for you. Have you ever asked yourself this question? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Is that all there is? I'm going to work, right? Watch me. I'm paying my taxes. I pay my bills. Is that all there is? At some point in life, you wake up and you go, fuck. If you're lucky, I'm 45 years old. I'm 50 years old. I'm 60 years old. I'm 65. I've paid my taxes on time every single year. Really? That's your big accomplishment. Most people aren't willing to look at their lives and say, you know, this is not for me. Like, there's got to be more. So want your life to change. The first thing is admitting, like, I want my life to change. This is not what I imagined. Who remembers being 16, 17, 18 years old? Who remembers that? And remembers like life is so far ahead of you. Like there's so much to do. Like you couldn't wait to grow up to be an adult. You had big dreams. You were going to move away. You were going to go to college. You were going to see the world. You were going to, you're going to be like a rapper and have a baby in every city. Poor rappers. They have a bad rap. Get it? Stick with me. It'll get better. Rappers have a bad rap. So in today's video, Tony Robbins tells the story of Sylvester Stallone. And in case you don't know it, I mean, Sylvester Stallone at one point was broke. I mean, he was really struggling, and he was married, and he was in Hollywood trying to make it. And he had very little money. And his wife said, why don't you go get a job? And so Tony Robbins asked him, why didn't you go get a job? And Sylvester Stallone said, if I went and got a job, it would take away my hunger, right? Like, you have to have this hunger drive, this drive. Stay hungry. Your 9-to-5 job, your 401k, your pension plan, there's nothing wrong with those. But they're keeping you from the life you really want. You're afraid to go back to school. You're afraid to move companies. You're afraid to move up. You're afraid to give up your dental, your benefits. I have news for you. Most pension plans are going away. You know, if you're a teacher, police officer, union worker, dude, pension plans have disappeared. It happened a long time ago with the ERISA plan. All right, that's another topic. But he says, I didn't want to get a job because I felt like it was my edge, being hungry, being broke. You know, in today's parlance, it's called a side hustle. It's called a hustle. You get your hustle on. You got to feel it. You know, you want to stay hungry. You know, you have to admit, your big fluffy couch is making it hard for you to get up and go for a walk. It's the whole old fighter thing. You know, why did Mike Tyson get knocked out? Why did, Conor McGregor, why is he sucking so hard? Answer. Dude, it's hard to get up and grind when you're sleeping on silk sheets. You sleep on silk sheets. True? Real true. And you couple on top of that this pandemic, built-in excuses why you want to stop. Dude, it's hard to change your life. You gotta stay hungry. So, Sai says we were getting broke. And we were so broke. He said he wrote the script, sold it for $100, but man, he thought he was on his way, never did anything with it. And he goes, eventually he had to hawk his wife's jewelry. And he said, Tony, there's some things you should never do in life. Selling your wife's jewelry is one of those things. That ended the marriage. But he kept going. He didn't stop. All right. You want your life to change? Number 3. Outlast. Write this on your list of words for 2022. Outlast. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the most beautiful. You don't have to be the most eloquent. You just have to outlast. Outlast every motherfucker, and you will be successful. I have a new saying for y'all. My tribe members who've been watching me for 671 days, I have a new one for you. Ready? Time in the long run is your greatest asset. Time in the long run is your greatest asset. But time in the short run is your biggest enemy. I heard that and I was like, oh, damn, I gotta share that on my Transformation Day Challenge. I'll say that again. Time in the long run is your biggest asset. Position at a job, your career, investing, stock market. Start early, stay in it for the long run. Time in the long run is your biggest asset. Time in the short run is your biggest enemy. You know, the next couple of hours, the next few minutes, it's your biggest enemy. And especially today with all the distraction. Some of y'all, watch this. Comment if you're listening to me, but you're doing something else. You have another window open. You have your laptop open. You are Googling something. You're reading the news. Comment, and I will drop your name up on the screen real quick. Give you a shout out. Be like, oh, damn. It's me. I'm doing it. Right? It's bizarre, right? Yup. Yup. I knew it, Ashley Kirby. Yin Yang's looking for breakfast. Caught you. Busted. Watching the news. See? In the long run, it's your best asset. Time in the short run is your worst enemy. But it's bizarre. The reason why it's bizarre is because time in the long run is made up of little increments of time. In the short run, that's your enemy. Okay? So, if you are good at your job and you outlast that motherfucker, you will eventually be made director, store director. Yay, promotion. Got to wear the new hat. You know, if you stay in the stock market long, you'll ride all the roller coaster up and down. For example, if you stay on your diet, outlast. If you keep up your gym routine, if you keep running, you have a pattern to run, 20 miles a week or whatever it is, and you outlast your partner, you'll run faster eventually. You get the idea. Outlast. You stick to it. Okay. So Stallone says, man, like I was so broke. He goes, the lowest day of my life was I took my dog and I tried to sell my dog. I went to this liquor store and I stood out front and I tried to sell my dog for $50 and nobody would buy my dog. And he said, my dog was my best friend in life. It's the only thing, gave me unconditional love, unlike my wife, but no one would buy it. Eventually, this guy negotiated with him and bought his dog for $25. He left there and he was crying. And then magic happens. Here it is. Want your life to change? The reason why you outlast is magic happens. He said he was watching this movie. He was watching this boxing event with Muhammad Ali and this white guy. And the white guy, Muhammad Ali, is like pounding him, just like brutally, just like beating up, but the guy never stops. And he gets this idea. He saw it. He was open. So when magic happens, you have to be open. You can't be closed. So the magic happens, he has this inspiration, and he writes Rocky in 20 hours. He cannot sleep. He does not go to bed. He just writes and writes and writes for 20 hours. He was open to the inspiration. Problem is, most people are closed. They are closed to the benefits. They are closed to the magic. They are closed to the reception. They don't want to hear it. They're bugged and bothered. There are people in this world that hate on Mother Teresa. How can you hate on Mother Teresa? I'm not even Catholic. But there are those people in this world. Don't be one of them. Be open. So now you're walking around your life, you're open, I'm aware, right? My life is not how I want it. My house is not how I want it. I'm not living where I want to live, right? I want to change. And I have to remember it. I can't get too comfortable. And I'm open. All right, Dr. B, you got me. I'm open. I'm open to change. So he eventually, he takes the script and no one turns him down. They're like, oh, no, it's cheesy. It's predictable. And he wrote down all the reasons why these people would tell them, why people told him like the movie wouldn't work. And he read them back at the Oscars when they won Best Picture that year. See, people don't realize Rocky, the first Rocky, won Best Picture. It was his first movie. And he said he read all of the reasons why it would fail. So, number 4, the best revenge. Dr. V, why should I work so hard? Why should I struggle? Why should I change? My life is good. I'm making $60,000 a year, $100,000 a year. I live in a decent house. Why should I change? The best revenge is massive success. The best revenge is massive success. Massive success. So he can't sell the script. He finally gets a couple of guys who goes, okay, we want to buy it from you. They offer him $125,000. He goes, oh my God, that's amazing. More money than he'd ever seen. He goes, but I'm in Rocky. Like, I'm Rocky. I have to star in it. And they said, you're not an actor, you're a writer. And he goes, no, I'm an actor. And I'm Rocky. Rocky's a story. You can't have my script unless I star as Rocky. And they're like, no, you have this goofy accent, this goofy face. Like, you're not going to do it. So they offered him $250. He turned it down. He goes, not unless I play Rocky. They come back a week later, $325,000. They offered him $325,000, more money than he's ever seen, not to star in his own movie. And he said, no, I'm Rocky. Right? So, number 5. How does your life change? Write this one down. Know your outcome. Most people don't understand this. You have to get really crystal clear on your outcome. Know your outcome. His outcome, he was going to produce Rocky and he was going to be Rocky. And they said $325,000 not to be in your own movie. He said, no, ain't doing it. The guy is starving, y'all. The guy's, he has no money. He sold his dog. He's divorced. He's lonely. It's tough. So they came back a week later and he says, hey, listen, I don't know. They made him like $30,000, $35,000 and points. And they said, hey, if this movie's going to flop, at least we're not going to lose that much money. So they made it and became a big success, right? And so Tony Robbins asked him, so what'd you do? Did you go party? Like, did you get the money? Did you go celebrate? He goes, no. I went back to that liquor store, stood outside for 3 days looking for his dog. He was hoping that guy would frequented that liquor store and would have his dog. So he finally sees the guy. He says, hey, man, excuse me, sir. Do you remember me? I sold you the dog. Oh, yeah, I love the dog. Like, because I'd love to buy it back from you. He goes, no, you can't have the dog back. And, my kids love the dog. We love the dog. It's part of the family. He goes, I'll give you $100. He goes, no, you can't have the dog. He goes, I'll give you $1,000 for the dog. He goes, no, we love the dog. And so Tony Robbins asked him, so what'd you do? He goes, well, I knew my outcome. Know your outcome. I just kept changing my strategy. He goes, what did it cost you? $15,000 and a part in the movie. So the guy has a role in Rocky. And that dog in Rocky, Butkus, is Sly Stallone's real dog. Now, in life, there are things that will tell you the true character of people. And this is a great example, of what you need to learn. What does it say about a guy who is so hungry, starving, struggling on his last rope, comes into some money, and instead of celebrating, he goes back and tries to get back his dog and gives up almost a third of the money he had just made just to get his dog? I'm not sure I would have done it. But there are certain human acts that say a lot about the person, and you need to be on the lookout for these things, because these are the lessons. That's the life lessons. That's where you learn, who are you really? Okay. So know your outcome. We are spending the next few days on goal setting for 2022. Comment, put 2022 if you are going to crush 22. Now, fuck 21. 21 was hard. We're going to crush 22. That's going to start tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to be goal setting. But you got to know your outcome. Most people, watch this. First of all, commit that you're going to be here through the weekend. There's 600 people watching on all the platforms right now. 600. How many of y'all are going to be here through this weekend? Right? How many people are going to just oh, no, Dr. V, I need my Saturdays. Let me give you a few things. These are things not to do. Understand? Not to do. This is yesterday's talk, paradigms. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Do not hang out with a thank God it's Friday crowd. You have a friend who's like, oh, thank God it's Friday. I just can't wait for the weekend. No. They cannot be your best friend. I'm telling you, this is how your life changes. I need my weekends off. Don't hang out with those people. So are we going to have 600, 700 people watching tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday? Hold yourself accountable. Are you going to actually write down your goals? This is what we're going to talk about the next couple of days. How do you crush 2022? First thing is you got to stop these paradigms. Hump day, Wednesday. Oh my God, it's Monday. Where did my weekend go? It's Sunday. It's football. Dr. V, it's the playoffs. No, it's not. Well, it's about to be. It's the end of the season. And my team, if they win and they get help from this other team and this other team loses, and then maybe they'll make it to the playoffs. What? So they can lose in the first round? But it's exciting. You don't understand. You're not a real football fan. That's right. because at the age of 39, I was broke. Some of y'all don't know my story. Some of y'all think there's something salacious happening. But here's the truth. When I was a young surgeon, I finished residency in 2005. I was flipping real estate throughout residency, making money. I made more money in my first house flip, beach house flip, than I did in residency that year. And by the time 2008 comes around, I have $4 million worth of real estate. And as all of y'all know, $4 million worth of real estate really means you have $4 million worth of debt. And we all know what happened in 2008. And so here comes 2008, it's crashing. And I said to my real estate agent, I said, man, I think we're in a bubble. I think we should sell. And she says to me, Doc, we did 39 closes last month. You're okay. I think we're all right. I'm like, I don't know, man. Go ahead and list these houses for sale, I mean, because I think, this is not good. So anyway, 2008 happens, and I'm struggling, and man, nothing is selling. Can't flip anything. These debts are going bad. I'm like, okay, let's rent out these houses as much as possible. But the market's crashing. So when the markets crash, people don't have money to go vacation at weekend houses, beach houses and stuff. But the coup de grace, I'm using a lot of fancy phrases today. Hurricane Ike hit me September 2008. And, I'm going to tell you right now, when a hurricane hits, you want your house wiped out. Now listen, average people, and you're not average because you're watching me. Average people sit there and pray, dear God, please spare my house. Please spare my house. Please, protect us. I am telling you, you want your house gone. You should be praying, dear Lord, let the hurricane come and take it all. Wipe it off. Because your insurance will pay the value of the house. And you basically get, hopefully you have equity in the house. You'll make all that money. You'll get a blank check. Sweet. And you'll own the lot. And then you'll get to build it up. What you don't want is what happened to me. Houses got damaged. But they weren't wiped off. They weren't wiped away. We had some roof leaks, some windows blow out, stuff like that. Now, why is that a problem? Well, if the hurricane, Dr. V, you'll just get it repaired. You'll just have insurance adjusters come by. Dude, good luck finding a crew. Good luck finding repairmen. Good luck sitting there waiting for insurance adjusters who've got all this huge area of South Louisiana, Houston, have to come in. And really, you're going to be waiting a long time. And the whole time, the banks want their money. That's what did me in, right? I had $4 million of real estate, which was about $30,000 a month of mortgages. And I had my practice. I had started my practice. I just started doing bariatrics. It's about $25,000 a month without paying myself to keep a doctor's office open a month without paying the doctor. And I had just turned my practice around, and Hurricane Ike hit and damaged our hospital, our community, several hospitals. I couldn't operate for 6 months. So I tried to tread water. Now, I tread water for 3 years. 2011, I said, screw it, I can't do it anymore. I burnt all the bridges. I declared bankruptcy. I lost it all. I joked that I was kind of like Jesus. I had to, I burnt all of my bridges. And so I took a general surgeon job in a little town in Illinois. I left my family. And it eventually cost me my family. And I was 39, maybe 40. And I will tell you, at the age of 45, I retired. I retired independently wealthy. I had enough. And by independently wealthy, I don't mean I had millions of dollars in the bank. I didn't rob it. I didn't steal it from people. What it means, and if you follow me, this is what you learn. You get to retire when your passive income equals your monthly expenses. You don't have to work. That's financial freedom. So by the age of 45, I had reached that point. I had written 13 books. I had online courses. My book sales alone were $8,000 to $9,000 a month. My online courses were growing $10,000, $12,000 a month. And I said to my girlfriend, I was like, I think I can retire. That's what I did. That's it. Paying back my debts. And here I am in front of you, telling you how to change your life. How? Why should you listen to me? Because I did it. I did it. I was the biggest football fan. I knew all of the trades, the free agents, what teams, what was happening. I followed football and basketball and baseball. I don't even fucking like baseball. I knew everything about Hollywood and gossip, who was dating who. I knew all the latest movies. I knew all the latest gossip. I knew everything. But and it cost me everything. But what I realized was, in order for me to change, my life to change, I had to change. Jim Rohn, the great Jim Rohn, that was the lesson he taught me. He said his mentor said to him, in order for your life to change, you must change. And that's why we're here today. You must change. You want your life to change? Then you must change. I quit watching the news. I quit watching sports. Slowly. I gave up baseball. I gave up basketball. I gave up football, except for the Cowboys and the Texans. Then I eventually gave up the Cowboys. My favorite team. I gave them up. I don't care anymore. Don't care. Quit going to movies. Quit doing it. I worked at nighttime. I was a full-time, listen to me. I was a full-time weight loss surgeon, the director of bariatrics in Albuquerque. Full-time, working 70 hours a week. And during that time, I wrote 8 books. Created my social media platform, created online courses. I did not take evenings off. I did not go on vacations. I did not, take weekends off. I worked. I worked on my passive income, but mostly, what we're going to talk about the next couple of days, I worked on myself. And I agree with you. The pandemic's been hard. All of those bad habits, when you retire, boy, they want to creep back in. You want to sleep in. You want to like drink too much. You want to stay out late. You want to stay up. You want to go to concerts and you want to travel and you want to do whatever. Oh, those bad habits, man. You got to keep them at bay. You got to know your outcome. So here's your homework. For 2022, I want you to be very specific. What's your outcome for 2022? If I have the privilege of seeing you again 365 days from now, December 31st, 2022, what will your life have looked like? What does your life look like? All right, I'll say that again. December 31st, 2022, what does your life look like? Now listen, motherfucker. Some of y'all are going to be like, I don't know, but it's got to change. All right, get off the fake page. Do not join my challenge. I don't know, but things have got to change. I know I just can't be this way anymore. Dude, you don't belong in my tribe. You don't belong in my private group. That's not how we roll. You will not make it. You have to get crystal clear on your outcome. This is what I want my life to look like. This is what I'm going to be paid. Finish my degree, not finish my degree, get the promotion, not get promotion, sign up more clients, this client, moved into this big ass house. I don't want you to sit there and say, oh, I'm going to move to a new place. Where are you going to move to? Oh, I don't know, but I just can't live in this little house anymore or this little apartment. Dude, that's not knowing your outcome. That's average shit. That's what your average sucky friends will tell you. I'm going to move. Where are you going to move to? You have a young kid? You're going to leave school districts? You're going to move across the country? No, but I don't know. I'm just going to find a new place. Good luck. That's average thinking. That's what keeps you checking the boxes. Who understands what I'm trying to say? I can't move because I have a 15-year-old daughter. I have a 15-year-old daughter too. Why can't you move? Oh, I don't want to disrupt her high school. Really? You're putting off your life for some teenager. I get it. Trust me, they're resilient. They will make new friends. Move. Do what you need to do. Know your outcome. Oh, I'm going to make more money. Get the fuck off my page. Make more money? What does that even mean? Here's a quarter, Travis Tritt. Call someone who cares. I bet y'all didn't think I knew who Travis Tritt was. I told you I grew up in East Texas. Here's a quarter. Call someone who cares. Right? You have to get specific on your outcome. And what we're going to do is, I challenge you, be back here again tomorrow and Saturday, Sunday. You're going to wake up. You're going to wake up. Are you going to be hungover? It's okay if you are, but are you going to show up? Right? That's the key. Stay open. Be awesome. Hey guys, Happy New Year's. Stay safe tonight. Don't be idiots. For the 650 of y'all watching, I'll see y'all next year. Bye, guys.